Well, I think I could sum up today's chapter in about 10 seconds. Itachi explains how Izanami works, why it was created, a little bit about it, then says he'll stop the Edo Tensei. Does leave an opening, though, for a loop for Kabuto to escape. He says it's escapable once you've come to terms with who you really are and stop trying to be someone else, blah, blah, blah. So Kabuto has to stop trying to be Orochimaru or whatever um, and use other people's powers. So it leaves an open for Kabuto to escape, but probably not before Itachi stops the Edo Tensei. Very, very highly doubt it. As we can see, we saw a little bit of Kabuto's progress inside of the Izanami Genjutsu loop, and he's progressing kind of slowly, but eventually he'll definitely escape. It also leaves the target open for him to become a good guy with Itachi's super Taknojutsu Izanami. And I don't think he will be a good guy. He could just be a souped up bad guy when he realizes who he is and not trying to be other people. And then he's like, oh, myself has power too. Let's seize more power. So, I mean, it could go either way with Kabuto. We don't know. He could go off to find himself, and that could leave the opening for Naruto Shippuden or Appukuden or the third after Shippuden if they decide to keep, if Kishi decides to keep going after that. Kabuto is in the cave for years, just realizes who he really is, goes off, spends 20 years, comes back souped up, powered, ready to take over the world, and then we have time skip set up. It could work. I haven't heard a lot of theories on that being a possible time skip option now with Kabuto doing this whole Itachi Genjutsu loop thing. So that could happen, but also could not happen. We can end with Shippuden, and Kabuto just goes off in the world to no longer be a bad guy or a good guy. He just exists, and could end with that as well. Or Sasuke could just kill Kabuto after Itachi stops the Edo Tensei and everything correctly. Itachi could just be, or Sasuke could just go on a pissed off rampage and be like, die Kabuto, and Kabuto dies. Anyways, that's most of this chapter. It's going to be interesting if he does stop the Edo Tensei, what happens to Madara and the Kages. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to review or guess on this chapter more than what I said. In terms of chapter material, there wasn't a lot to talk about. So post your theories below. What do you think about the time skip? What do you think is going to happen with Kabuto escaping, when he will escape? And I will see you guys next week.